Winning the lottery is one of the ultimate dreams. The idea of spending a few dollars on a ticket and suddenly becoming a millionaire is what keeps people coming back week after week. But have you ever wondered who was the first person to ever win a lottery? How did lotteries even start? The history of lotteries goes back thousands of years, and their first winners might surprise you. From ancient civilizations to the first government-run lotteries, this is the fascinating story of how lotteries began, who the first big winner was, and how their life changed after hitting the jackpot. So, if you've ever imagined winning a life-changing fortune, stick around, because this story proves that luck has been making history for centuries. The origins of the lottery, a game as old as time. Lotteries didn't just appear in modern times, they have been around for thousands of years. Some of the earliest recorded lottery-like games date back to ancient China, around 200 BCE, during the Han Dynasty. These lotteries helped fund massive projects, including the Great Wall of China. Instead of the lotteries we know today, these were more like gambling games, where people placed bets hoping to win a prize. The Romans also had their own version of the lottery. In ancient Rome, the Emperor Augustus Caesar organized one of the first recorded lotteries to raise money for public projects and repairs in the city. Instead of cash, winners received luxury items such as gold and fine cloth. These were more like raffles than modern lotteries, but they laid the foundation for what was to come. By the Middle Ages, lotteries had spread across Europe. In the 15th century, many European countries, including the Netherlands, France, and Italy, began running official lotteries to fund government projects, wars, and charitable causes. These lotteries worked more like the ones we have today. People bought tickets, a drawing was held, and winners took home a grand prize. But who was the first person to ever win a large sum of money in a lottery? That takes us to one of the earliest documented lottery winners in history. The first recorded lottery winner, a life-changing ticket. One of the earliest confirmed lottery winners in history dates back to 1446 in Milan, Italy. During this time, the city was at war, and the government needed money to fund its military campaigns. So they held a public lottery where citizens could buy tickets, and the winner would receive a large cash prize. The first known jackpot winner was a man named Geronimo Cardano, an Italian mathematician and physician. His win was significant because it was one of the first times a lottery resulted in a massive financial gain for a single person rather than just prizes like luxury goods or food. What happened after Cardano's win? Interestingly, he didn't squander his wealth. Instead, he invested his winnings into his studies and work, which helped him become one of the most well-known mathematicians of his time. In fact, he later contributed to probability theory, which would go on to influence modern gambling and statistical studies. While Cardano's win was one of the first recorded instances of a lottery producing a wealthy individual, lotteries would soon grow bigger, bolder, and more widespread across the world. The growth of lotteries, from local draws to national games. Following the success of early lotteries in Italy and the Netherlands, the idea spread like wildfire across Europe. By the 16th and 17th centuries, lotteries were being used to fund everything from bridges and roads to churches and universities. One of the most famous early lotteries took place in England in 1569, organized by Queen Elizabeth I. The grand prize? A whopping £5,000, a fortune at the time. The lottery was created to raise funds for England's overseas ventures and trade. As the lottery craze spread, the first American lottery was held in 1612 in Jamestown, Virginia, to fund the struggling colony. Even George Washington and Benjamin Franklin were involved in organizing early American lotteries to finance roads, libraries, and even the American Revolution. By this time, the idea of individuals winning enormous sums of money became more common, and winners became local celebrities. But were they actually happy with their wins? That's another story entirely. The curse of the lottery, early winners and their misfortunes. Winning the lottery might seem like the ultimate dream, but history has shown that many winners experience unexpected problems. Some of the earliest recorded lottery winners faced incredible downfalls after their victories. Modern lotteries, the biggest wins in history. Fast forward to today, and lotteries have become global phenomena. Countries around the world have national lotteries, and the jackpots have reached record-breaking sums. Some of the biggest lottery wins in history include $2.04 billion Powerball jackpot, 2022, the largest single-ticket lottery win in history, won by Edwin Castro in California. 220 million euros Euro Millions jackpot, 2021 the biggest win in European lottery history. $1.58 billion Mega Millions jackpot, 2016, split between 3 winners. This was one of the largest payouts ever. Unlike the first lottery winners in history, today's winners often have access to financial advisors, investment strategies, and wealth management, but the risk of losing it all still exists. With so much money at stake, winning the lottery is more than just luck. It's about knowing how to handle sudden fortune. The science of luck. Can you improve your chances of winning? Winning the lottery is often seen as pure luck, but is there any way to increase your chances of hitting the jackpot? While lotteries are designed to be random, some experts have studied patterns, probabilities, and even human psychology to find ways to tilt the odds, at least slightly, in your favor. One strategy used by mathematicians and statisticians is to play less popular lottery games. National lotteries like Powerball or Euro Millions attract millions of players, making the odds astronomically low. On the other hand, smaller regional lotteries or games with fewer participants may offer better chances of winning. Another approach is to avoid common number choices. Many people pick birthdays or lucky numbers, like 7 or 13, which means if those numbers win, the jackpot could be split between many winners. Choosing random or less popular numbers might give you a higher chance of keeping the full jackpot to yourself. Interestingly, some past winners have claimed that visualization and belief in luck played a role in their victories. While this isn't scientifically proven, positive thinking, persistence, and smart choices can help create opportunities, not just in lotteries, but in life. At the end of the day, the lottery remains a game of chance, and there's no guaranteed way to win. But one thing is certain, someone has to win, and as history has shown, winning that golden ticket can change a life forever. Would you take a shot at the odds, or do you believe in making your own luck in other ways? What would you do if you won? The first lottery winners in history had no idea that their simple tickets would make them rich, famous, or even infamous. From funding great civilizations to creating rags-to-riches stories, lotteries have shaped economies, societies, and personal lives for centuries. So, what would you do if you won the lottery today? Would you invest wisely, donate to charity, or spend it all on luxury? Or would you worry about the so-called lottery curse? One thing's for sure, the dream of winning big will never go away. If you found this story fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more incredible history, mystery, and money-related stories. Let us know in the comments, what's the first thing you'd buy if you hit the jackpot?